This is part 2 of making a functional saw sword. Return of the saw blades. In this episode, I want to make 2 types of saw swords. One with hand saw blades and one with the old faithful circular saw blades. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see which one is better. Is circular saw blades better because it has a better bite and you could probably catch a limb better? Or do the handsaw blades reign supreme because they're lighter, they're probably easier to attach, and overall, are they better? I don't know. Well, that's what we're going to see. And so just do note about this episode is that you guys have already watched me make like 4 different saw blade weapon videos. So the building on this episode is going to be a little lighter. It's going to be more test oriented. So I'm probably not going to have as much detailed instructions, but if you do want to make a saw sword weapon or saw blade weapon, check out any of my other videos, which are pretty much most of the stuff behind me. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. First, I'm going to be cutting the saw blades straight in half with my new angle grinder, and then I'll be also cutting the wood in half. Once everything's marked, we're going to cut it out and then make the handle. So I decided to take a very weird approach to attaching the saw blades to the actual paddle thing. And so I really want to test out how much my new drill press can handle. And so I want to just drill a bunch of holes into the side of it, like where the blade's going to be. And then I'm going to use a handsaw and just cut it out from there to probably make it a lot easier opposed to just cutting it out normally. Ideally, you want to cut this in half, but I want to test out my drill press, so I'm going to be doing this way. If that makes sense, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Brodekai. You know what this is? This is some pretty tough steel. This is stuff that's hard to go through, especially with just a normal drill press. Drill bit. You go down, it goes tss, and it won't make it through. So I have a solution if you want to get through really tough steel with very minimal effort and strain on the drill bits themselves. First off, you want to get an angle grinder. Alright, brosif, now that you got your X cut, you're going to want to turn on your drill press, and then and it's easy peasy. See, now you have your hole, with very minimal effort, and with your drill bit still intact. Alright, man, this is what I got done so far. I got all the saw blades in. I put in these little pieces of wire in here to secure it even more. It's not necessary, but it helps. Then I made this cross guard and attached it. I made this the exact same way I made this fella right here for the original. But this is really easy to do, so I'm just gonna put a little quick thing of me making that because it's like 11:40 right now, and I don't feel like recording it, so I'm just gonna use the old footage if that's okay. I want to take a second to thank the people and the creators and YouTubers that I used to watch. when I was growing up, when I was little. And I mean, people I still do watch and listen to. I don't know if this is ever going to reach them. I don't know when they're going to be seeing this. I don't know if they're going to be seeing this. But I want to take a second and just genuinely thank every single creator out there for all of those late nights that you've spent working on projects like this and things like this and pouring your heart and your soul into creations and your videos and your audience and your people and your tribe. I want to take a second to really just truly from the bottom of my heart say thank you. Thank you for giving me that 10 minutes of enjoyment for your 10 plus hours of hard work and dedication. And so I want to say thank you. And that's not something that that's something I really took for granted. I think a lot of people take for granted until you start to do this kind of stuff. So this is probably going to be one of my first late nights. Yay. I don't know if it's funny. I don't know if the responsible thing is to go to bed or keep working. It's a bit of a dilemma now. I think I'm gonna go out for just a little longer. I'll either see you guys in the morning or yeah. Alright, fellas, this is what we got done so far. We've got this saw sword, type A, basically done. It's, all I need to do is I want to add a butt cap, one of these, just to hopefully divvy out the weight a little bit, because these are actually kind of heavy, and I think it would just look cool and add to the whole scrap feature. And, I mean, paint it, that's really it. If I'm gonna paint it, we're gonna see, I'll let you know. But we got that basically done. This one, on the other hand, is not done. Very close, though. All I have to do for this buddy is same thing, put on the cap. But I also have to make the cross guard, and I have some extra room here. And I'm thinking whether I should put some leather over it, or if I should get something like some nails and like stick them in there for like a cool factor. I don't know, I'm gonna let you know what I decide. But right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna make this cross guard, put on the butt caps, and that's really it. Then we're gonna be done. So yeah, let's do this. Alright, fellas, this is round 2. And now I want to start with a little payback. We're going to be starting with this kid against this. That's right. We're going to do some revenge. Miss. It didn't break. It didn't break. Woo! Look at that. Fellas, would you look at that? Look at that, bro. Straight in half. Woo! Oh. Oh. this. Very cool, very cool. Wow. Wow. Interesting. All right, let's try that again. Whoa. I don't think that cut. Didn't really cut. Look at this. I mean, you got this little. I don't think that counts. I want to try that again. Because that was weird. But, let's do this. I don't think that cut. Alright, so we cut it. It just. It didn't. That was weird. This is weird. I'm gonna try on the other saw sword. Not gonna cap, boys. That's pretty wild. Look at that. Watch this. So, in conclusion, these things are pretty cool. I mean, they're a lot better than that, I'll say that much, that saw sword, the first one that we did. But they're not better than the saw axes that we've made, the saw blade battle axes. So this is still, we're gonna need another episode. This isn't done yet. Honestly though, what I really like this one. This one's so cool. This thing really looks just straight out of Fallout. Like, I could see you doing the attacks and the everything with it. Like this, come on, tell me this doesn't look like it's straight out of Fallout. If anyone's making another Fallout game, please put this in. Email me first, but then put this in. This thing's cool. Coolest act. So I took two different approaches. I tried to make like a fantasy blood sword kind of thing, and then I tried to make like an apocalypse, just like, I don't know, raider sword. So these are two different types of swords, but I think they both came out looking pretty dang good. What I must say is differences. This is a lot heavier. Ugh, that's a bit heavy. Like, I can't hold this up for too long, or it's like it's hard to maneuver with one hand. Like, that takes all my body weight. When this is a lot lighter, and it doesn't take too much effort to do, and I can hold this up and down. So that's my two things between the circular saw blades and the hand saw blades. But overall, the circular saw blades win, because it might be because of the weight behind them, but these things are better at cutting. They're just so much better at cutting. And if you're in a zombie apocalypse and this like catches on this, imagine that. You can like do like that whole Mortal Kombat, get over here, you know? So I think that's a pretty cool feature that I want to test out. Sure, this one did break, but the reason it broke was because, look at this. So, you see here how this has a rivet going through the saw blade, and then these attachments. or these like wire attachments. This side only has wire attachments. The third iteration, and probably last, of this series of saw swords is not gonna be coming out very soon. It's gonna take a minute to come out. I'm not working on it right now. I have a lot of other things planned. I have a shield video, I think that's next. I have a mini portable ballista, which I'm really excited about. That's coming up soon. That's one of my biggest projects that I'm gonna be doing on this channel so far. And I've got a lot of stuff planned. So the Sawsword V3 is gonna take a minute to come out. Also, the way I designed it so far, I need welding to do. I need to have access to a welder, which I don't have just yet. So it's, like I said, it's gonna take a minute to come out. And so, thank you for watching this video. I just started this new thing where I am doing zombie apocalypse poll questions. If you're curious to what that is, go on to my community tab on my YouTube channel, and if you see one of the polls and you take it and you like it, actually physically like the poll and leave a comment, because that tells the algorithm that you're interested in my content and you're interested in the polls. And I've been trying to post one every single day, so this is pretty fun. I'm excited about that. And yeah, that's it. That's it. It was nice talking to you, bro. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next week. Adios, mis amigos. Farewell, friends. Wild.